Hey guys.
Welcome back to another episode of Pew Time with Tony.
And Jackie.
Ah,
It's finally starting to die down.
what's that?
The amount of new gun releases. I think everyone's exhausted.
Yeah, that kind of happens every year after Shot, I suppose.
Yeah. So we don't have as many things in the industry to cover.
No,
A
but the ones that
couple of
we
them.
have are unique.
Yeah,
Like, very unique.
very. And there is some industry news. This one took me by surprise when you showed it to me.
Yeah, this one you would classify as, also unique, maybe a unique choice.
Mm-hmm.
The Indiana State Police will roll out 1,350 new duty handguns. And they have chosen the SIG P320.
Yeah.
Okay.
Indiana is going to light up on that little imaginary map of uncommanded discharges like a Christmas tree.
The agency has spent $1.17 million on the new handguns and holsters, replacing a discontinued SIG model that they've used for over a decade.
Like 2013 or 2012 is when they started carrying this model, and not long after it was discontinued. They've been carrying the SIG P227.
Okay.
Kind of like me with upgrading my iPhone.
Yeah.
Like,
That sounds about right.
just keep using this until now we have no choice. But yeah, it is a very interesting choice for their officers.
Yeah, I'm not, I did not see that coming.
I mean, there is a chance that they're training in a Mossad type way where you don't carry chambered and you rack and shoot if need.
I just don't understand why a police department now would approve it. Now, again, everyone's saying, well, you can't prove it's not been replicated. Correct. But as a police department, would you want anything that has the remote chance of having more bad light added to it?
So
I would think not.
this has been going on for a while. 6 years was the first lawsuit. There
Okay.
are over 130 lawsuits that have been filed and over 400 uncommanded discharges on record.
And I guess that's the biggest problem other people have with it is no one can replicate that.
Mm-hmm.
Like no one can reproduce the uncommanded discharge without completely fucking with the gun.
Right.
Like, oh, well, I'm going to prep the trigger. Well, yeah, dude, no shit. Like, I'm not saying the gun should go off without it being completely pulled either, but now you're like jamming screws and trigger guards and stuff. And everyone knows how I feel about 320 anyway. So I don't understand. Like, if I was running a police department, this would not be my duty option.
Right.
Like,
you want to see your guys come home at the end of the night with the same amount of holes as when they started their shift.
or the amount of paperwork.
Right.
Like, all right, next gun. The Beretta A300 Ultimate Patrol Shotgun is now available in 20 gauge. In 3 different colors, black, gray, and tiger stripe for $12.99. So the 300 Patrol is basically their entry tactical gun.
Yeah, 19-inch barrel,
Yeah.
synthetic stock.
Nice gun.
Mm-hmm. So nice to see it in another option.
I suppose.
I mean, just last week I was checking around on their site for one of these for a customer. And when you do the drop down box for the gauge option, 12 was the only one. Now 20. Beretta. Now, I know we usually let Tony do the Berettas because that's his jam. This one has me quite excited. It's the B22 Jaguar. It's a 22 pistol.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of gives me space vibes, like tactical space vibes. Like this thing looks really cool.
So I looked at this thing. Go ahead, run through the stats, and then we'll kind of talk about it, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
There's a 15 round 22 long rifle. They make 10 round versions of it. I've only found it in the threaded barrel option, but they may have, state compliant versions that aren't threaded. This thing is 33.6 ounces. That's heavy for a 22.
Yeah.
And it MSRP is at $749. They have announced that it should be coming out in the spring of 2026. So we are like at the cusp.
So I really hope that it's an expensive 22.
It is.
Like,
Man, it looks cool though.
so it looks cool, and I'll try and describe it to you as much as you can for audio reasons. Have any of you ever seen the Keltec CP33?
That's what it reminds me of.
This is the metal version of that.
Mm-hmm.
The metal more traditional, like traditional mag release, but the bolt handle's the same style, like it's like a charging handle at the rear.
Mm-hmm.
It is reversible ejection ports. And they say it is in the website that it's chassis designed super customizable. And the gun is called the B-22 Jaguar. I really hope this is better and it's more loved than their last letter 22 pistol, which would have been the U-22,
Which would be the Neos.
which was also 22, space stage looking, super customizable because you can get like a carbine kit and all the different colors in it.
The Neos wasn't a terrible gun. I mean, it definitely wasn't up there as far as like quality and reliability with,
Oh no,
your Ruger Mark series or, the Browning Buckmark. Similar size. Like it's more like tactical target pistol looking now.
yeah, I mean, I definitely see it with like the M-lock on the front. Like, there's going to be a carbine kit coming for this.
Oh yeah.
I'm calling it now, just by looking at it. Carbine kit, uh, red dots and lasers everywhere.
Yep.
It's
If there's an M-lock, we're gonna put something on it.
yeah.
Yep. It's gonna be cool.
Tippmann Ordnance. So not the same as Tippmann Arms that makes like the 22 AR style guns. Tippmann Ordnance is known for making, well, they're known for making Gatling guns that take Glock mags or 22s, and they make 22 belt-fed Gatling guns. So they make cool stuff. Interesting stuff. And they've also decided to continue that, but now they're going to make what could be compared to what they normally make, a normal pistol. They came out with the 380 Pirate pistol. Yep, Pirate pistol. It sounds and looks
Exactly like you'd think.
exactly as you think it would. It is a 380 pump action pistol with slam fire capability, a 1 in 10 twist 10-inch barrel, a 6-round capacity tube plus one in the chamber for $800.
This thing looks super cool. Like very, very Davy
This
Jones.
thing is so ridiculous. Listen, I'm all for fun guns. Like, this is one of those. Like, hey, you guys want to go to the range? Yeah, let's go to the range. Like, what'd you bring? Well, I brought this. I bet you've never fucking seen it.
Yeah. I want one just because. Like there aren't very many guns. I'm like, yeah, well, I mean, not practical, but I want one. Like I need one badly.
I guess my biggest question on this one is why 380?
Yeah, that was kind of odd too. I do wonder if like is 9 would make more sense.
Especially because you make a bunch of other 9s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the 380 it's an interesting one. They also released, there's not a lot of information about this. This was one of the SHOT Show ones that I had seen from someone else. I thought, since we're talking about Tippmann, we should talk about it. They're known for making the 9mm and 22 Gatling guns, like I said. Well, now they've made a handheld 22, I think it's their 10-inch barrel Gatling gun that is powered by a cordless drill battery.
Fantastic.
So,
So it's got like the handle on the top, so you would hold it
yes, I believe so.
like at the hip.
It's it's a thing. I don't think it's something you can purchase. I'm not even sure that they're going to make it. They always like to bring out stuff like, "Hey, look
Look
what
at
we
what
put
we
together."
could do.
I don't know if we can do. Well, let's look what we can put together. That's kind of where that lies.
I feel like that like is along the same lines as like the dual right-handed, left-handed aliens that they mounted together, ran them in full auto with drum mags
Yeah,
at the
yeah,
bottom.
yeah.
That's not available for purchase, but they had it out in display. Like this, this is an option. Look what you could do.
Yeah, with enough money, you too could have this.
Right. I can't imagine how much that would cost. Like if they did, if Lago decided to sell that, like how much that would run, because you got to figure how much each of the aliens is,
Right.
and then making them full auto drum mags, and then the amount that holds them together. Like
Well,
that would,
and it would
it
be,
would probably be in like the 29,000 range, I think.
but who would you sell it to? I mean, very few. I mean, your full auto market is,
Minimal.
yeah.
Right.
Now, if you decided to make them like FRTs, well, then that opens it up, and more people with more money could buy it.
Right. Still a marginal market, but there.
I just want to pre-warn you guys now. It's going to be a slightly shorter episode. I have uh, a tooth pain from out of this world, so it's going to be a little bit shorter because my mouth hurts. Pause. All right. In not so fun gun news, New Mexico Senate passes an assault weapons ban. Shocking. This is a constant revolving door. I normally don't like talking about this stuff, but there's some things I want to point out. So this is SB 17. This is named Stop Illegal Gun Trade Act, which is hilarious to me because the guns that you're talking about banning are currently not illegal
Right.
at all. They only become illegal if this bill passes. So it's really kind of cart before the horse kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So among the ban is banning the sale of extremely dangerous weapons. Quotes, including 50 caliber rifles and their ammunition, machine guns, magazines that hold more than 10 cartridges, and gas operated firearms that can accept detachable magazines or have a fixed magazine with a capacity of over 10 rounds. I love how they try and justify dangerous weapons as something a 50 cal gun, a machine gun, and then anything that holds 10 rounds.
Right. Yeah.
So the problem I have with this one, the big aside from everything already, the definition of their quote gas operated firearm includes any semi-automatic firearm that quote harnesses or traps a portion of the high pressure gas from a fired cartridge to cycle the action, end quote. So technically that's pretty much all guns.
Right. Because that's how a cartridge is.
But here's the problem. It's not gas operated, they're recoil operated.
Mhm.
So you need to kind of really pick and choose what you're trying to say. Because if it's recoil, so I'll finish reading it so you can see what I'm talking about. Harnesses, traps, high pressure from cycle the okay. Using long stroke pistons such as AKs and M1As, short stroke pistons, AR-18, CZ Brens, FAL, SCARs, 416s, M1s, Mini 14s, an impingement system such as ARs, a blowback action 380s and most AR9s, or a hybrid system. So I'm not an engineer. But I've been doing this a while, and from my understanding, a direct blowback system is not gas operated.
Correct.
It's using the force and expended from the cartridge through the barrel, pushing the bolt directly back.
Right.
There is no gas tube, there's no nothing. So then I ask you for your quote gas operated, if you're including blowbacks, would that not include every semi-automatic handgun?
It would appear that way.
Right? Because I'm just trying to follow your stooping, bouncing little ball, and I'm having a lot of trouble. Because it goes in places and holes that it ought not go, much like you people making laws that you know nothing about.
Yeah, it's asinine. The definitions don't match up with, like,
I mean, these guys are literally, whose line is it anyway? They're like, the definitions are made up and the words don't matter.
yeah, it would, I mean, they could very well argue that anything that uses the explosion of the cartridge to cycle the next one in, which would be any semi, is banned.
So I know I don't really like talking about this. I know a lot of people don't like talking about it. Unfortunately, it's just one of those things. It's constant. No matter what state you're in, there are states that you would like, oh, that'll never happen. It happens, and you got to pay attention at least a little bit to this to be up on what's going on, so you know what's happening. Because shit like this happens all the time.
And what's crazy is you look at the map and it's like, oh yeah, all the East Coast states have a lot of bans. The West Coast states have a lot of bans. The middle of the country is pretty free unless you're in Illinois.
Well,
It's like the one smack dab in the middle. Everybody else in the entire Midwest region, there's no illegal weapons bans on, your everyday firearms.
yeah, but I mean, you can see this now. Like, you had it in California, then it creeps over to Arizona. Now it's creeping into New Mexico. Like,
Right.
even parts of Texas. Like, you would have never thought any of this language would have been spoken in Texas, and yet it does. And they fight it every year.
Quite upsetting. Well, I hope that that does not pass. But it is proposed. It's a Senate bill, so it still has steps to go through. It's not an
Yeah,
official thing yet.
not, yeah, yeah, it's not a thing yet, but it is very close to
The
being a
fact
thing.
that it was being proposed in the first place with that verbiage is scary. That if it passes, that the people approving it probably won't know what all it affects
They
when they
just
say
don't care.
if they say it.
They don't care.
Yeah.
It's not a if they don't know. They don't give a shit.
All their own bodyguards are carrying those exact same things, They don't even know that.
In lighter news, the 2026 Winter Olympics has gone on, and the only reason we cover this is because there's only one shooting sport in the Winter Olympics, and that would be the biathlon. For those of you that don't know, this is basically cross country skiing mixed with target rifle shooting. They use 22 bolt actions. I say bolt actions, they're straight pull. Their guns are actually very interesting looking. And they have bipod slash backpack harness things on them. They're very cool.
Hmm.
And it is an interesting sport where they do relays, sprints, all sorts of different stuff to get a bunch of skiing in. Then they have to stop and shoot from standing, prone. A lot going on. You got to be somewhat fit. The U.S. does participate in it. We're not very good, but we're in it. They've only finalized one event. There's one actually currently going on as we're recording, but only one event. The mixed relay has finalized, and France has gotten gold, Italy silver, Germany bronze. If you're interested in watching any of these, they have them going throughout several different days up until February 21st.
And then we'll cover all final standings after that.
Yeah, it would be nice to see US get
Something.
gold. Team USA, go USA. I don't think so because there's a lot of other people.
Hmm.
Um,
So that's it.
That is it for the shooting sports.
Now, this was an
Wait,
interesting.
that's not it for shooting sports.
Oh, okay. Well, by all means.
Sorry. Sign up for the Northern Illinois Section Championship is still open, and that is May 23rd and 24th. Sign up, come shoot. The match is going to be a spectacular. It is 11 stages, 350 round count ish. It's not for certain because the stages aren't completely done. I will tell you there will be a shoot house stage. There will be a vehicle based stage and one other special unique style stage. And then awesome stages designed by guys around us that put up stellar stages throughout the whole year. So I'm looking forward to it. Not to mention, we have some amazing sponsors that have joined us, such as Stealth Arms, as they are the title sponsor for the match. And there may or may not be a couple certs for some platypuses, platypi,
But,
platypi.
mm-hmm.
So that's cool. And we have all different types of sponsors to make it a ton of fun. 2A bourbon. So if you want to win some very, very good bourbon, that's there. Certs for some tattoo work. We have a cigar lounge on site. So there's a lot going on that I think makes this match very cool and a little bit more unique and different than your normal go shoot in a dirt pit kind of weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And we're supposed to have some awesome food. Yeah, it's going to be fun. So, guys, sign up. And not to mention, we already have a bunch of heat coming. Really, really good shooters from across the country and local are coming to shoot here. And it's at the Aurora Sportsman's Club in Waterman. Sign up's live. Yeah, sign up, come shoot. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be a very, very good weekend. Are we? Has that completed the
It has not.
shooting sports?
It has not. Give me 2 seconds. You caught me off guard this morning. Uh, Hang on. Hold on. Please hold. I apologize.
Would you like me to do some elevator music for them
No,
as they wait for you?
that's fine. Also, Brew City Open is now, well, open.
Open.
Come shoot it. It's a level 2. This one is being put on by our buddy Eric Camps.
We're at.
This is going to be at the Schultz Range in Muskego, Wisconsin. This is basically Northern Illinois moved to Aurora this year. Eric still wanted to run a level 2. So he created the Brew City Open. Appropriately named being
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Right.
So, excuse me. Price $135 to get in. It is going to be, I don't know how many 10 stages. Single day match, staff match on Saturday, competitors on Sunday. Full day format, lunch and t-shirts are provided. Eric always puts on fantastic matches. And Schultz is a beautiful range, and it's getting more beautiful every year with stuff they put on or put into the club. So definitely check it out. I will be up there. I'm not sure what day. I'm for sure shooting it. I think you're gonna miss that one.
I am.
You are shooting Northern Illinois.
I am.
So those two big matches were bigger. Oh, I don't think I said the date. This match is June 28th. So you got a good summer match to look forward to.
Mm-hmm. And up in Wisconsin, it's not usually like deathly hot in June. It's going to be a nice weather match, I think.
I hope so. Now,
Are
we're done.
you sure?
I'm positive.
I believe you this time.
Okay.
This week in shooting, speaking of matches,
I did shoot a practice match. Just a little 3-stage practice night match at Pine Tree. Went up, shot with a buddy, and I kind of just, as I'm training and working with like the dry fire and getting real back into the training, I wanted to do a practice match and kind of just see where I stood. I was very, very happy with the pace that I could run the stage raw time. My movement felt as good as it has in a very long time. The big issue that I ran into for me is my grip work. I had an obscene amount of Charlies. Obscene amount
Like
of Charlies.
Jackie level shooting amount of Charlies.
Like crazy amounts of Charlies. So I need to work more on visual patience, and I can't say so much it was grip on this one. I don't think the grip was the problem. Although I am still playing with some different feelings and pressures. I'll be honest, I got to do a little bit more live fire to get used to what the gun should feel like in my hands as far as like timing, recoil, impulse, and stuff. I just have to get a couple more live fires in. Other than that, focus, I think it was more visual patience. I think I was outrunning my headlights. I was shooting and not looking. I was trying to look to the next target too quickly. It was a fun match. It was probably some of the best stages I'd ever shot on just like a little Thursday night practice match there. So they're doing very good. And I'll try and do it. I think it's every Thursday they're doing it now. It filled up pretty good. So
And they put on a
good time.
great match.
Yeah, it was a good time. Then I took. You guys have met my my buddy Robert before. Some of you affectionately call him Black Rob. For those of you that don't know,
Black.
he's black for one, and one of my best friends. I've known him for over 20 years now, and he'd wanted to start getting into hunting. He went hunting technically one time a few years ago with another buddy of ours. We went coyote hunting once, didn't see anything. He expressed wanting to go deer hunting, didn't go last year, and I got into squirrel hunting this year, and that really uh, caught his attention. And I found out later why on the drive up there, because one of his uncles down south in Arkansas, squirrel hunting was a big thing for him. So he would always talk about it. So Robert's always had this, oh, that sounds like fun. And then when I started talking about it, he's like, oh shit, really? Like, yeah, the season's super long. Like, we can go out and this. And I started showing him recipes because he loves cooking, and food, different food kind of excites him. So I was like, oh, let's do it. He's like, yeah. I was like, I got a gun. Don't worry about it. You take my 22. I'll take my shotgun, and let's go have some fun. Oh, okay. So we head up. First spot we sat. We saw a couple. I had to reel in Robert a little bit. He saw one. He's like, oh, hey, how far is that one? He saw it through the scope. I'm like, that's too far. I can tell you right now. He's like, yeah, how far is it? I'm look. I range it. I'm like, yeah, you're not shooting at that. He's like, why not? I was like, because it's 120 yards away. Hey, one, we have to go get it. And two, no. So then we moved to a spot that I went to before, which is where I got my first squirrel a couple weeks prior to that. As we entered the timber line on that side, I was like, there's one up ahead. He's like, what? I was like, look on the ground. He's like, I was like, he's jumping on the log. So yeah, I see him. He's like, I'm like, this is the part where you shoot. He's like, oh, he's like, and he's like, doesn't know what to do. Like, he has my rifle with a sitting bipod on it. It's a pretty heavy bipod. You can attest to
It is
that.
a very heavy bipod.
So Robert's infinite wisdom and years of experience of playing Call of Duty, he's like, hey, don't move. I'm like, huh? And next thing I know, I have the rifle and bipod resting on my left shoulder. and the barrel, I mean, it's a big 16-inch barrel. It's way out in front of me. I'm like, what are you doing? He's, don't move. I'm like, hold on, motherfucker. I got like plug my ear.
You are now a prop to
Yeah.
his hunting.
Took one shot, missed. Took another shot, missed. I'm like, calm down. You know how to shoot a rifle. I know that rifle's zeroed. Just breathe. Next shot, smoked him. So Robert got his first squirrel.
Very exciting.
He was very excited. It was a very good time. And he added to the collection that we've amassed this year of trying to get enough together to trial.
A few recipes.
Yeah, hopefully a couple different recipes to see what tastes good. But then, see, for some reason, Robert and Jackie have this burning competition for some reason against each other in whatever they do. Shooting.
You're very hard on both of us. That's why
hunting.
we have to prove that we're the better child.
No, it's not. Don't
That
blame
is
this on
you.
me. So, although I won't lie, I did tell Rob as we were going up there, I'm like, just so you know, this is a chance for you to get one up on Jackie for the rest of your lives. He's like, huh? I was like, she hasn't gotten a squirrel yet. So if you get one now, she can never get one before you ever. He's like, motherfucker, you're right. I'm like, all right, well, so you got to make it happen today. And he's like, okay. Which he did. I also got my first squirrel with a shotgun that day. Was a mighty good shot, if I do say so myself. We were walking away, and Rob saw one dart up a tree, and as it started climbing higher and higher, he figured I ought not to shoot with a rifle, but Tony has a shotgun. And I said, what? And I spun around. He said, tree. I'd already had this gun slung in front of me. I whipped the shotgun up, and let's just say trap shooting skills took an effect. Nailed it.
Nice. So you got one about a week and a half ago. That was your first one.
Mm-hmm.
Then you guys each got one
Yep.
on Sunday or Saturday.
Saturday.
Then you and I went up.
Yes.
Now I'm the only one who hasn't gotten the squirrel.
It's true.
And you've gotten two.
Mm-hmm.
So there are only 3 squirrels and not enough to make a full 10-piece out of the chicken nuggets.
Right.
So we got there. And I will tell you my one trip prior to this that I went on, why I was so nervous on actually pulling the trigger. And that is, I've watched you talk about, windage and elevation and the drop and all these things to look at inside of the scope for distance. And it scared the shit out of me. I'm like, if I miss, like, I'm just gonna, or what if I hurt him? What if I just get him in the foot or something? Like, I didn't want to hurt him. I want to be accurate. And if I put the crosshairs right where it's supposed to be and it doesn't go where it's supposed to be and I do hurt him, I'm just going to feel awful. So I was really, really hesitant on shooting anything. I didn't shoot a single round the last time we went. I just did not pull the trigger once. I had one time where he was close enough, but he was moving pretty quickly. And then everything else was a little bit farther out of my comfort zone. This time was different. We went out. I had a little bit more confidence in like what I see in the scope versus what's going to translate down there. It was a little more comforting to know that if my crosshairs are on him,
Well,
I'm going to hit.
To be fair, you're also borrowing a friend's gun that has more appropriate optic for this type of hunting. My rifle is set up for like NRL 22 precision. So it's second focal plane. It's got a Christmas tree in it. There's a lot of shit going on inside of it. And the crosshairs are very, very fine. Your friend's gun is a Simmons little
Savage.
No, the scope is
the Simmons scope.
Yeah. Is like a little 3x9. First focal. So the crosshairs are nice, chunky, big. It's a little bit easier to use, which is good. I think it definitely helped you.
Yeah. It was it was something that walking out there straight from the car, getting all bundled, getting the guns, and walking to the place we were planning on hunting, we didn't even get to the spot. We were en route to the spot.
Honestly, you and Robert were probably where you took your shot from, probably 10, 15 yards apart.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I saw it. Um, I'm so happy that I saw it first
You saw it before I did.
because the last time we went out, everything that was seen, you saw, you pointed out, and I was sitting there struggling like a Where's Waldo for where you could possibly be talking about because I didn't see it first. So this one I actually saw first. It was a perfect silhouette of him sitting just off of the trunk on a branch. I'm like, I see him, but it was a sky shot behind him. If I miss, it's just gonna go. So I walked through the trail until I was
Well, luckily,
even and backed him up to where the trunk was his backdrop.
not just the trunk, it also, because it was really hilly out where we are, and you were just kind of in the valley pointing up. Where if you continued walking where you were, you not only had the trunk behind them, but now you were on the other side of that hill. So you were going to be shooting in the ground regardless.
Right. So
You did?
I am almost positive I missed him on the first one,
Yes.
but scared him off of that branch and then into the next tree over, and he went down the trunk and because you stayed where I originally saw him because I just, I'm like, if I move over here, I could see him, and I just like scurried through the woods and left you standing there. So
Yeah, I had my binoculars up and I just was watching.
So he saw where he ran to. I walked back to Tony, and it looked like just a knot on the side of the tree. It was him pressed against the trunk.
Yeah.
It. I would have never guessed that that was him if you didn't say I watched him come down about 3 feet off the ground, the right side of the trunk. He's right there. I'm like, oh my gosh, I see him, and see him I did.
See him, you did.
I got him.
You did.
I was so excited. I got my first squirrel.
Yeah. The pure excitement that you squealed out. It was.
I probably scared all the other squirrels away. That's why the rest of the day was kind of a damper.
It,
'Cause I probably frightened the entire forest.
it was like I'll cherish that forever because it was just like the joy that you had. I was like, oh, that's wow. Yeah, that's something that's special.
Non-replicatable
Yeah.
excitement.
And you got it 40 yards.
Yeah, I'm happy that we went back later and like lazed where it was because the excitement. Once the shot broke, it wasn't 40 yards between me and the squirrel for very long.
No.
I closed the gap quite quickly as soon as I saw him like jump and fall. I just took off. I'm like, I got him, I got him, I got him. And what did you say?
Hold
where
on.
where are you going?
Yeah. I'm not sure you knew where you were going.
I wanted to make sure that had I hit him, that was it, and he wasn't like struggling and suffering and just like that was it. Um, when I got to him, he was just off of that tree, um, still on the slope of the hill, but near the top of it, and it was a very, very steep hill. But there was a tree branch holding his body, so he didn't roll down the hill. He was just stuck there. I went over, I poked him with a stick to make, I don't want to get bit by the thing if he's still alive. So I poked him with a stick just to make sure he was like done. And he was still like moving around. I'm like, we need to just make this end. So I climbed up the hill. I grabbed him by the tail, set him on the ground, and it is very hard to shoot a rifle when it is right in front of you, like the animal. And there's, you can't use the sights, right? Because there's a scope on the top. The scope's not going to help you because he's 3 feet in front of the barrel. I gave him a buzz cut with with
Oh
the
no, I don't think that's when you did that. I think that was um on the hill.
when I was trying to make sure, and
Yeah.
I was like, oh, and you're like, oh, you missed.
Yeah.
That was when I did it. So there's a
Cartoon like
buzz cut.
Yeah.
Like just a little stripe of missing hair when I was trying to finish the job. And the height over bore thing being so close, it went right over him. I mean, barely touched him. That's why I had to put him on the ground and finish it. But then I got my little squirrel by the tail, and he's dead, and I'm so excited. And then I feel like I ran back to you. I was quite excited.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
accelerated walking,
excel.
not running.
Yeah, very,
Yes.
very, very excited. So I got my first squirrel,
Yes.
and I'm now part of the club. Rob got it first. I hate him, but I am part of the club.
So I started squirrel hunting just for like one to try a different style of meat. Pause.
Oh,
But also it makes you a better hunter. And I think you and Rob are starting to notice that, because every time we go out, whether it's with deer or whatever we're doing, you both have seemed to kind of struggle. And I think now you start to understand that, like, searching for the movement and not the animal. Like, if you can spot a squirrel, which you're starting to get really good at, spotting a deer is easy.
right. Unfortunately, when you're looking specifically for a deer or specifically for a squirrel, you're not really looking in the places where the deer would be height wise.
Right.
Which is how I ended up getting stared down by 3 does last week.
Yes.
Because I thought that you were pointing out something in the trees. It was not in the trees. It was the 3 does over my shoulder that were just stomping at me.
And one thing I'll leave you with: never, ever, ever add up how much you're spending
Oh
to
yeah,
procure the game meat.
especially when your game meat is yielding,
Squirrel.
3 to 6 ounces of meat
Yeah.
per squirrel.
Don't do it. Don't do it. That's what I'm leaving you with.
Pretty bad.
Yep.
Pretty
All
bad.
right, guys. End of the episode. Thank you guys for joining us. You know what to do. Rate, review the podcast, all the things. Make sure you're subscribed. Pew Time Podcast at gmail.com to send your topics, discussions, comments, concerns, complaints. At Laugh and Load on all the social medias. And we will talk to you next week.
Bye.